Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. Today on the program, pushing for a no homework policy.
Pag may quiz po, tapos po isasabay yung assignment, lalo po kami nai-stress. Stress na po sa school, tapos sa bahay po, wala pa pong pahinga.
But will it work in the current school system?
It can be dangerous for the development of the child. So homework really promotes a good study habits.
Also, increasing the salary of teachers.
Kasama ang ACT Teachers Party List sa panawagan kay President Duterte na harapin na yung kanyang pangako para sa mga guro.
And finding ways to improve the educational system. Quezon City Representative Alfred Vargas joins us live. Thank you for joining us. Sitting in for Pinky Web, I'm Ina Andalong. Proposals to ban homework on weekends and even on weekdays, drawing various reactions from the Education Department, parents, and students. One of the proposals at the House of Representatives say that homework is a burden for both children and parents. It can also affect the student's family life in a, quote, negative way. The Education Department supports the move to ban additional homework at home, but some teachers say that a no homework policy is impossible due to the existing K-12 education system. Let's go straight to the source of the story. Quezon City 5th District Representative Alfred Vargas. Good morning, sir.
Hi, good morning, Ina. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you,
and,
sir.
To all the viewers out there, good morning to all of you.
You filed the no homework bill. That's House Bill 3883. First off, sir, what pushed you to seek this measure?
Well, as a legislator, of course, we base this on empirical data, empirical research. Tapos, we also have consultations regularly with the different sectors. In my district especially, that's every week. And ang pinanggalingan talaga nito ay gusto natin on a more holistic approach pagdating sa child development. Because we all know, research-based din ito, na ibang-iba na yung panahon ngayon. Iba na yung mga bata nung panahon natin. Iba na rin yung mga bata ngayon. And there are many other ways to learn important things in life outside the walls of the classroom and outside the textbooks. So, ang nag-inspire sa atin ito kasi marami ng studies na nagpapatunay. Even here, Philippine-based studies from CVIF, for example, Central Visayas Institute Foundation, na mga Ramon Magsaysay awardees itong mag-asawang to. And pinapatunayan ng study nila that a no homework policy during weekends will really help a lot in the holistic development of the child. And so much with the OECD. This is the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Ano to? 36-country movement. And it seems na yung trend ngayon, especially now sa generation ngayon, it helps a lot pag hindi lang nakafocus inside the classroom learning and outside the textbook. But let me reiterate that my bill recognizes the importance of homework and the discipline that it teaches the children. Ang ating pong panukala ay no homework policy every weekend.
Right. Sir, you talked about empirical this is based on empirical studies, consultations, sabi ninyo. In your bill, you cited a study sa case in South Africa. We'll show you the graphics on that. In 2018, a study conducted in Western Cape, South Africa states that the national discussion on homework reflects on how homework is perceived, with scholars arguing that homework is a burden for children and parents. Family time has declined and undermining of learning interest. So are you saying, sir, you also did a study here in the Philippines kasi this is in South Africa?
Well, we're basing our this piece of measure basically here sa Philippines, dito sa two Ramon Magsaysay awardees, si Christopher Bermido Carpio and Victoria Carpio. Sila yung CVIF, Central Visayas Institute Foundation, that they have actually practiced this. And effective siya. And of course, borrowing the words of Secretary Briones herself, even in their consultations, yung parents din mismo nagsasabi na stress na yung mga bata, and the children should be given more time with the family and more time to explore other learning opportunities that are non-academic, outside the classroom.
Okay. Although you did say earlier, sir, na iba na yung mga bata ngayon, I'm wondering also, did you have any personal experience when you were still a student with homework that sort of also contributed dito sa decision ninyo mag-file ng bill na to?
Well, I'm a believer of the discipline that it teaches the child. And kahit ako, old school ako eh. And gumagawa ako ng homework before. Pero right now, if we take a look at the social landscape na pagdating na sa youth, we really have to consider a more holistic approach, and we want to provide more development opportunities that empower our children, the students, in aspects outside the classroom. Halimbawa, athletics, di ba? Yes, we have athletics programs in schools, but mas makakabuti, for example, if you're a basketball player or volleyball player, if you're also given time to exercise or develop your talents outside the campus.
Okay.
Pwede ka sumali kung saan-saan dyan. Same goes for musicians. Same goes for visual artists. Same goes for many other talented kids na mabigyan sila ng time. I think hindi naman siguro masakit na kung 5 days ka nagbibigay ng homework ngayon, siguro 4 days na lang would still be fine.
Okay.
Ang
Is that
hinihingi
something
lang
that
naman
you
po
want-
natin is Friday.
Is that what you're proposing in your bill? Kasi kumbaga, you are okay to have homework on weekdays, pero may limitations din ba, sir? You want to regulate how much homework could be given and what makes for reasonable homework para sa inyo on weekdays?
Yeah, the bill is very simple. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, okay mag-homework as it is. Yung Friday, ibigay na natin yung oras na yun. Because based on the study also, a student dedicates 50 minutes to 6 hours doing homework a day.
Weekly yun?
Alam
A
ko yun
day?
kasi ako. Kasi
To
ako,
6
pagka
hours, sir?
kasama ko yung mga anak ko, na umaabot kami ng 2 to 3 hours. I bet yung iba mas matagal sa amin.
Okay.
So for example, sabihin na lang natin, let's peg it at 2 to 3 hours, 3 hours. So that's 15 hours. Ang hinihingi lang natin, 15 hours a week, di ba? So hinihingi lang natin, mabigyan pa ng extra 3 hours for other opportunities. And to strengthen na rin the relationship with the family.
Yung for Monday to Thursday that you're saying,
No problem.
there is no limitation. Even if the homework would require more than 3 hours, that's okay with you?
No problem kasi yan naman ang ginagawa na ngayon. Humihingi lang tayo ng isang araw para makadagdag sa ating mga anak na matuto sila ng iba pang bagay at higit sa lahat sa tingin ko to strengthen the family relationship.
Okay. So you have a colleague at the House of Representatives, si House Deputy Speaker Evelina Escudero. She filed a similar bill, although she doesn't want homework at all. Even on weekdays,
Yes.
ayaw niyang may homework. So you're not supporting that bill. Why do you think sa inyo it's better na meron pa din on weekdays?
Congresswoman Escudero, if I am not mistaken, she's the former chair of the Education Committee of the House of Representatives. And I respect the wisdom nung kanyang proposal. Pero in my case, kasi I haven't read her version, pero at least in my case, ito lang naman ang nalagay sa news. Doon ko lang nalaman, meron din palang ibang version. Ako, I am content with no homework during weekends policy.
Okay.
Pero siguro during committees, definitely we will discuss each other's versions.
Okay, but what do you think about her proposal to totally ban homeworks, even on weekdays? What do you think?
Sa akin, but then again, you'll have to ask her kung anong, kasi I cannot speak for her. Feeling ko, ang intention niya is that to really give leeway for the students to a more expansive more time talaga to develop other skills. Pero ako naman, from my bill, the way I see it is siguro weekends okay na.
Parang
Diba?
compromise.
Kasi for example, ganito, if you interview successful people na, for example, businessmen, entrepreneurs, saan nyo ba natutunan ang pagiging negosyante, entrepreneur? Sa palengke. Dahil yung mga magulang ko, tito-tita ko. Nung tindahan namin, small family enterprise, di ba? Domestic enterprise. Bakit? Tinuruan ka ba nila? Kasi tuwing weekend pagka may oras, after ng ko, tumutulong ako sa tindahan. And these are real opportunities of learning.
Yes.
And itong mga bagay na ito, kailangan ibigay na natin to sa mga bata ngayon dahil aminin natin, iba na po yung
Iba na.
panahon ngayon dun sa panahon natin na mas simple pa yung buhay natin.
Later on, maybe we can expound more on that, how times have changed, bakit yung mga bata ngayon you feel needs a different type of approach. For now, we'll be taking a short break. We'll get to know some of the reactions on the no homework policy. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Our guest today, Quezon City 5th District Representative Alfred Vargas. We're talking about his no homework bill. First, your proposal actually got the support of the Department of Education. Let's listen to what the Education Department has to say about House Bill 3883.
Actually, for now, we have an existing policy. We have DepEd Order number 362, which regulates actually the giving of homeworks. And in that DepEd memorandum, it says that there should be no homeworks actually given to our learners during weekends, and on weekdays, it's regulated.
So sir, there appears to be a department order from DepEd na similar doon sa pinupush ninyo dito sa no homework bill. Some teachers who are not very supportive of your measure are saying, bakit daw ba kailangan pa ng batas? Hindi na lang daw dapat idaan sa DepEd.
Well, actually, isa yan sa mga inspirations ng bill natin, yung DepEd order na yon. And during our consultations, marami rin nagsasabi, and coming from the department na rin, that despite the DepEd order, there was one in 2010 and last year, in 2018, despite two DepEd orders, meron pa rin pong mga hindi sumusunod. And as the highest policy-making body of our republic, the Congress, I think there's a need to institutionalize this para pagdating ng panahon, kahit sinong administrasyon, kahit ano pang mangyari, kapag batas na siya, batas na talaga siya.
Okay, you talked about parang hindi siya nasusunod. Ano? Your bill initially had a 50,000 peso penalty
Yes.
for teachers who would violate it. And then you ended up saying that it was an
Yes.
error. Can you explain to
Yeah,
us that?
I already explained it through my official statement, and inaako ko naman yung pagkakamali na
Saan
ko
nanggaling
sa
yun,
ng
sir?
office ko. It was intended for another measure na ginagawa pa lang natin ngayon kasi talagang nagkaroon ng oversight na doon. And sadly, that is what happened, but we already corrected it at the committee level.
I see.
And okay naman, I already talked to our chairman this Congress ng Education Committee, si Congressman Roman, and he welcomed the amendment naman.
I see.
And
So-
then nagtanggal lang tayo ng section kasi actually nag-double yung section 4.
Okay.
So, I explained it already, and you know what, yung maganda is nung nalaman ng tao yung natin, that we sincerely apologized for it, and pinapanindigan ko naman yung pagkakamali ko. Nung naintindihan naman ng karamihan.
Ano na sir yung magiging penalty dun
Well,
sa
we
proposal
will,
ninyo if teachers, continue to give homework on weekends?
Dito in Section 3, sinasabi natin we will have DepEd come up with the implementing rules and regulations here.
So right
Pero
now,
what's
wala
important
pa.
is kung Republic Act na siya, it's stronger as it is na.
Okay, but do you want to see fines? Ganun ba dapat?
Sa akin, ayoko. Ayoko. Pero it's up to DepEd how they will manage it like that. Kasi pwede naman sila maglagay ng mga very in their own ways kasi ayaw natin na tapakan yung yung teritoryo ng DepEd. Kaya nila yan i-regulate.
So not necessarily fining them.
Yeah, no,
Perhaps
no.
some administrative.
So wala pong kahit anong fine, wala rin pong pagkakakulong. It was an honest legislative mistake which we already corrected 2 days ago.
Okay, now we did interview some students to get their reactions on your proposed bill. Pakinggan po natin sila.
Nagiging stress na po yung mga estudyante, tapos po pag bibigyan pa po ng assignment. Kunyari po pag may quiz po, tapos po isasabay yung assignment, lalo po kaming nai-stress. Pagdating sa bahay, pwede po pong pahinga na lang. Kasi sa school, stress na po sa school, tapos sa bahay po, wala pa pong pahinga.
lalo nang magsasawalang bahala yung mga estudyante. Happy-go-lucky na lang sila. Kasi pag uwi, wala na silang iisipin.
Makukulong pa kami, magbabayad pa kami ng multa. Ang lit-lit na sweldo namin. Sana nagtanong naman muna sa amin.
May teachers din pala, sir. So obviously, the students there are supportive. Okay sila, walang
Yes.
homework. But then some of the teachers there are saying,
Yes.
medyo meron silang opposition about it. What do you say to their
I think,
concerns?
I really respect and I get the side of the teachers. But then again, let me reiterate, there's no penal clause, wala pong kahit anong penalty. And second, we're not banning homeworks 100%.
Right.
You can have homeworks Monday to Thursday. Ang request lang ng ating bill Friday, bigay na natin.
Okay.
So we totally respect the importance of homeworks.
We'll read a statement from the Alliance of Concerned Teachers. We'll put that up on the screen. The range of topics and competencies set by the K-12 curriculum are impossible to cover within formal class hours, resulting to added and beyond school hour work for both teachers and students. Meron din pong statement ang group Teachers Dignity Coalition. It says, our teachers are trained educators. We know the value of homework. It's about discipline, responsibility, and continuity of learning. Sir, dun muna tayo sa K-12
Yes.
curriculum. So
Yes.
they're saying parang ang daming requirements ng K-12 that it's impossible not to give homework.
Well, first of all, in principle, I agree that marami pa tayong dapat ayusin sa K-12. And remember, with the former education system that we had before, it was decades na ganun ang system na hindi K-12.
So dapat i-amend rin yung
still,
K-12?
no, we're still at the infancy stage of K-12 and marami pa talagang dapat ayusin. For example, in Quezon City, there are lots of issues na hindi nagmamatch yung mga courses na ino-offer doon sa profile, sa social and livelihood profile ng mga ganon. Pero that can be addressed in many other ways. And I think this no homework every weekends policy can also help a lot in the holistic development of our students.
Okay. Sir, itong proposal to sort of regulate the giving of homework, don't you see this, some might say that you're intruding on the teacher's strategy? Ganun po ba yun? What do you say?
No naman.
Teacher strategy, academic freedom.
Yes, narinig ko rin yan. While we 100% respect the academic freedom, we should also take into consideration the freedom of an individual to realize his or her full potential. In this case, particularly the students. Hindi po lahat ng growth, hindi lahat ng development ay nahahanap lamang po sa loob ng silid-aralan.
Okay.
Yung development natin bilang, di ba nga, it takes a village to raise a child, di ba? So, gusto po natin, mas holistic po yung approach. Yun lang po talaga yung honest-to-goodness intention ng ating bill.
Briefly, sir, before we go to another break, hindi naman, aren't you worried, are there safeguards to make sure that given more time for these students, they won't be spending it naman in less productive activities, video games,
yes.
more TV. How do you safeguard against those?
Well, actually, when I was surfing online, ang daming lumalabas na na Mobile Legends, sabi nilang ganon.
Baka puro Mobile Legends
Baka
kasi
ganon. Well, first of all, ang tinatarget niya natin dito, yung yung hours ng Friday, doing homework. Instead of doing homework, sana ma-spend na lang ng student time with the family and time for other developmental opportunities.
Is there any
Number
way
two,
to find
hindi
out
naman
if that
po-
happens?
Number two, hindi naman po lahat ng estudyante nagmo-Mobile Legends. Ang gusto lang naman natin, sige, meron po yan. Katotohanan niya, marami pong naglalaro ng ganyan. Pero hindi po lahat ng estudyante naglalaro niyan. And kung ano man yung makukuha natin, sabihin natin, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours na extra, the parents will also benefit from this kasi hindi na sila gagawa ng homework for their children kasi hindi nyo lumalabas sa and magkakaroon pa ng opportunity. We just want to give opportunity. And another thing, this bill is actually also for the teachers. And ang dami nating nakukuhang sa consultations na, ang dami natin nakukuhang complaints about ang daming paperwork, ang dami nilang requirements, ang daming assessment, na sa paperwork pa lang, ubos na yung oras nila. So hopefully, this can also help them during the weekends and pagdating ng Monday, wala sila masyadong i-check na mga na mga homeworks, to give them more time.
Okay.
Oo.
We'll talk more about these things later on. Salary hike for teachers, another topic for later. We'll be taking a short break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Our guest today, Quezon City 5th District Representative Alfred Vargas, still talking about his no homework bill. But we'll move further along. Ang dami yung bills for teachers, no, sir? And one of them seeking a salary hike for teachers. Can you tell us more about that? Gaano kalaking increase do you want for teachers?
Yes, actually, it's the first bill, one of the first bills that I filed noong July 1, kasi July 1 nag-open ng Congress. Yan yung salary increase for teachers. You know, I think I filed it mga July 4. Oh, tapos we filed naman July 1 a housing program for teachers and several other measures like teaching supplies allowance i-raise to 5,000 pesos from 1,500. Tapos Teachers of Children with Disabilities Enhancement Act plus continuing education for teachers. So sumunod na lang to later on itong August itong no homework on weekends policy natin kasi gusto talaga natin tulungan yung mga guro natin.
Teachers pay, sir. The government or some government officials are saying kasi masyadong mabigat. For example, a 5,000 increase according to Secretary Leonor Briones would already require an additional 75 billion.
Yes, that is correct.
Annual yun, sir. No? Can you tell us first, your proposal is to increase from 19,000 base pay po ba yun?
Yes, from a salary grade 11, which is 19,000 pesos, 19,077 pesos, and we want to increase it to salary grade 19 to 36,409.
That's doubling, basically.
Yeah, basically, yes. Pero considering the comment of our beloved secretary, hindi naman po ito biglaan.
Right.
Gagawin natin itong 5-year incremental increase. Pero yun ang goal natin later on, ma-reach yung 36,409.
You're from you're a member of the Appropriations Committee at the House of Representatives.
Yes,
but are you
yes.
optimistic that this could be done? Because the President himself, although he promised pay hike for teachers, idadaan niya iyon sa salary standardization law, if I'm not mistaken, which covers naman all government workers.
Yes, all
Hindi siya rin
government
doubling, sir. How confident are you na kaya na ganun kalaki?
Kaya yan. Kasi right now, nung first part of his administration, and I think the President has a very good record of keeping his promises. And first part of his administration until now, nakikita natin yung success of build, build, build. Pagka okay ng infrastructure mo, now we can later on focus na lalo funding sa mga social services. And plus now, marami ring allocation sa mga bagong batas, sa mga And I'm confident that tataas. Pero
Staggered,
we cannot
5
really
years.
expect na biglaan tataas ito. And for me, what I'm proposing, kasi realistic tayo, 5-year. A 5-year program, paano to tataasan. And on top of that, we filed another
Teaching Supplies Allowance Act. What's
Yes,
that
gusto
cover, sir?
nating,
Chalk? Ano po ba
chalk,
yun?
cartolina, mga teaching materials, everything. Kasi kawawa yung mga teachers natin. Talagang it's a known fact that our teachers, most of our teachers, spend from out of pocket. Sila mismo bumibili niyan. Kasi right now, I think 1,500 lang yung binibigay dyan. We want to increase it to 5,000 pesos. Because pagka hindi natin nabigyan ng teaching supplies allowance yan na karapat-dapat, parang ang nagpadala ng sundalo na may baril sa gera tapos wala namang bala. So gusto natin yon. And on top of that, we're also proposing a housing program for teachers.
Oo nga sir. Patong-patong
so, love na love natin mga teachers.
And there's another one, the Continuing Education for Teachers Act. What does this mean? Ano ba to? Are they you're pushing them to seek higher education? What will happen then?
Ano naman? Gusto natin patuloy yung skills development nila and we want them to enhance their teaching capabilities for free. For free. And a certain number of hours lang a year na gagawin yan after graduation and before classes start.
So it will not disrupt their daily
And later, magiging
work.
basis din yan sa salary increase, sa status mo as a teacher. And sa tingin ko that is very, very important.
Okay. Sir, ano ba of course, you filed all these bills. They're pending. What do you see happening to at least each of them? Yung chances of them getting passed soon. How soon? Kasi of course, teachers, this is good news for them.
Yes.
They're asking, how soon naman can this happen?
Well, this is my third term, and these measures I'm planning for these measures to be my legacy legislation, legacy legislations. So I will really do my best. But for now, I started filing lang naman July 1. It's only August, and we still have the rest of the 3-year term. Please give me time, pero I'll do everything I can to pass this. And I'm confident that we would be able to pass at least some of these measures.
Within the next year, this term?
Siguro, realistically, after the budget, I think we will be able to pass the budget on time. So give me from siguro until early next year to half of next year to really update you with real developments.
Okay, thank you very much,
Thank you,
Congressman
Ina.
Alfred Vargas, for your time. Again, thank you, sir. And thank you for joining us here on The Source, sitting in for Pinky Web. I'm Ina Andalong. You're watching CNN Philippines.